Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Green Life Garden and Home DIY channel. So while I was out today doing a garden tree haul, I found these tomato rockets. I looked them up online and I see that they are selling for much more than $1. It's one of those as seen on TV type of things. So I did a lot of research just to see if it was going to be something to try or a waste because the Dollar Tree has a way of getting your dollar $1 at a time. And so yeah, you go in there, you think you're going for one thing, you come out with a bag full. So anyway, I did see where some people had success. I seen where some people said it wasn't worth it. I'm that person that likes to try things myself. I did try to go to the website tomatorocket.com. It is not up. um, I did further research and I found a news channel that actually went over it, and the newscaster, she actually grew them herself. Didn't do that all that great, but they do produce. I seen one person take and separate them out. My guess is if you're going to be growing something together this close on a row, such as tomatoes, that they're going to grow, but you probably just won't get them to like what I would think to be a full size. But I did see one person take the tomatoes, separate them once they did start growing. Like down here in the picture, he separated them out, and yeah, he had gotten quite a few tomato plants. So don't know how this is going to work, but I am just out of curiosity going to give it a try so I'll know for myself. I keep you guys updated on how it's going. But yeah, so the company, I actually traced it down to Garden Innovations in Georgia, where these are actually produced. It was kind of hard to get to them, so if you're interested in going to take a look, if you haven't seen my video already on my garden tree haul with these, I'm going to be using them for grow bags. I did not get a lot of them because I do have a very special friend of the family. She's going to be sending me some bags that I could use for grow bags, so didn't need a lot, but I did want to just let you see that you could use these for growing as well. And being that they are square, they're going to sit nice and tidy for you. You won't have to worry about them toppling over and things like that. And probably by the time you get finished putting soil in here, you have just as much soil as you would have put really in 4 to 5 gallon bucket, to tell you the truth. If you got that soil compacted in there, you know, it's going to hold quite a bit. You don't want it too loose, but yeah, anyway. So I got 2 black, 2 brown, and I am going to plant one of these. Oh, I guess I'll go ahead and plant both of them. I just don't want to be stuck with a whole bunch of tomato plants if for some reason they do decide to take off, which is what I want. I'm interested in just how they'll do if I just leave them like they are and just see how they grow together, and probably produce smaller fruit but more, because there's so many. But anybody that has ever raised a tomato, you know that they can get really big, especially if this is an indeterminate variety, which it did not state on here, which means that it'll just keep growing and growing and growing until you top it off, and so on and so forth. So yeah, that is what I'm going to be planting today. So yeah, we are planting rocket tomatoes. So if you want to give them a try, go ahead and check it out. I did try the boxed, I think it was thyme and dill, and they have not really done anything for me. And in all fairness, we did have a lot of cool weather and things like that, so they could have been planted at the wrong time. But as far as the soil is proper, and I seen some people actually roll this out, which is what I thought would have been the best thing to do for the herbs, but that's not the way they said to do it. They said to plant it like this, and they will grow, because I did see, you know, as I was researching, some that did grow on the row just like that. So let's go ahead and get this thing planted and see what we got. Okay, so this is what the little bag, the little container looks like. It does have a little see-through there at the bottom until you put the little liner they have in. Just open it up and it pops right down in there. Now you can no longer see through it, and it's made the perfect little square box for you to put your soil in. So that's open and ready. I just got to put in my soil. And in all fairness, I'm going to just do this just the way the directions said to give us a true review. These are inside of a little red baggie here. And on the inside of this baggie is the little grow pouch. Where they got it sealed in. So let me get that open. Okay, so this is what it looks like on the inside. I'm going to go ahead and get dirt in there. Okay, so here we go. I'm working with one hand. I'm going to go ahead and get this planted. This could be very messy too. I'm going to go ahead and don't worry about having a whole bunch of soil for tomatoes, because tomatoes is one of them plants you could pull the bottom leaves off and continue to add dirt as the tomato plant grow, and it'll just sprout. The roots will just keep sprouting around it. So I'll just kind of push that down in there, and then we're gonna give it a good water. We're gonna let it go. Alright, so we are getting our tomato watered in. I've got a little block sitting up under there. You can set this also inside of a container of some sort that would allow it to have at least an inch of water at the bottom to keep the wicking going and the water saturated in there, keep the moisture in there. It's a whole lot of things you could do with that. I use a kiddie pool for it, or you could leave it like this. You probably be watering more during the summer months, but it will still grow and it will air prune, and it'll still get what it needs. So that's not going to be that big of a problem. So we have our tomato planted here. I'm going to keep you guys updated on how it's doing. I'm going to see how it's doing on this side of the garden as far as sun and things like that. If I feel like it's doing great, I'll leave it. If not, then I'll move it. And we'll see you on the next video. One love.